appreciate it, fellas. We'll get back in there to y'all here in a little bit there and see if we can't put this thing back down there towards South Carolina and Georgia. And we appreciate y'all for sure, each and every one of you's up that way. All right there, let's see. If there's any more stations that want to get in there, I heard a few out of Georgia down there. I've heard a station around Augusta and somewhere else trying to get it back. So we're going to try to get in there and get a few of them long distance stations real quick out of Georgia and then pass it back to Mr. Ghost over there in South Carolina. Any more stations in Georgia that was wanting to make roll call, come on in here and get your name called from this low hill. Big Mike making roll call in a big way. 007, Gainesville, Georgia making roll call in a big way. Good evening over there, Big Mike and 007 making roll call in a big way. Next and out of Georgia that would like to make roll call, let's go. Little Eagle, Gainesville, Georgia. Little Eagle, Gainesville, Georgia. Little Eagle, hey Little Eagle, I believe your wings just grew a little bit, man. I guarantee you smoking up this way, man. Good job. Good evening to you. Hope you have a good week coming up. Next in for Saturday night roll call. Let's go. Rooster in the Lanaga, Georgia. Rooster in the Lanaga, Georgia. There, Georgia. 29 with a big hammer out of Augusta, Georgia. Good evening down there, 29. I appreciate your patience and appreciate you joining us for the roll call. 29, Augusta, Georgia, sounding good, 10 miles south of the North Carolina line. Next and on Saturday night roll call, go ahead. 44, 728, Rabbit Town. 44, good evening to you, 44. Boy, you sounding good this evening, Rascal. Hope you're doing real good down there, Mr. 44. We appreciate you every week, sure do. Alright, next and out of the piece, let's go. You're in the line of Georgia. Superfly, Culver, Georgia. Superfly, Culver, Georgia. Next and go ahead. Rooster in the line of Georgia. Rooster in Dahlonega, Georgia. Hello down there, Mr. Rooster in Dahlonega, Georgia. Sounding good as always, my friend. Boy, I ain't never heard that station sound bad. Mr. Rooster out of Dahlonega, Georgia. Next and go ahead. 728, Rabbit Town. 728, Rabbit Town. 728, Rabbit Town. Next and go ahead. Rusty Nail, Mount Georgia. Mr. Rusty Nail, my good friend down there. Well, I tell you what, Rusty, now you got it going on this week. Whatever you done, you got her going all night, Donkey Kong. Hope you have a good week. Don't you work too hard now. Next and out of the Peach or out of the Carolinas, either one. Let's go. How about it out there? You got D-Rail out of Georgia. D-Rail out of Georgia in the Mobile. Bluebird Mobile, getting through all that ice and trash. Boy, it's rough, and they still a whole bunch of you calling me. Mr. Bluebird Mobile out of Gainesville, Georgia with a great big hammer. Next and out of South Carolina, Georgia. Let's go. 87,000, making roll call. Next and go ahead. Greenville, 100 out of Greenville making roll call. Good evening over to you, 100 in Greenville. Sounding good as always, Rascal. You keep up the good work, man. Always enjoy getting to speak to you what little time we can. Mr. 100 out of Greenville. Next and out of South Carolina or Georgia, go ahead. Big Block, Salem, South Carolina. Big Block, Salem, South Carolina making roll call. I heard another station in there a couple keys ago down there in Georgia trying to make roll call. Just hang around now. I'll pass it back to Ghost here in just a second, but hang around now. We'll get you in there. It's a whole bunch of them in there trying to make roll call. Just have a little bit of patience and you will get your name called from this low hill. We're going to take one more and then pass it back to Ghost. Anybody else that would like to get your name called from this low hill, go ahead. what? Now that station sounds bodacious. You keep up the good work. God bless you and your family. Now you have a good week, Miss Blondie. Appreciate you bumping it down for Saturday night roll call. All right, Mr. Ghost, we're gonna take a pause for the call. If you would, please pick us up a few more, and then we'll get back here and see if we can pick up some more long distance station. Now we back quiet. Take it out, Mr. Roger, big one. Georgia. Hey, 615, where'd you say you were at? 615? 615, South Carolina, Dutchessville. Did you say Dutchessville, South Carolina? Dutchessville. I believe you're saying Dutchessville, South Carolina. Alright, well, we appreciate you bumping it down there, Rascal. Sounding good on my molehill as always, sir, no doubt. Mr. 615 bumping it down for Saturday night roll call and representing for South Carolina in a big way. Sounding good. How about over there, Mr. Ghost? You then, mate. Yeah, y'all want to pick up a few more y'all's way? Listen, I'll pick up a few more. Let's see what we can do with those here. I appreciate it, fellas. You might want, Skywalker might want to get in there and pick him up a few there. Tell him he's more than welcome now, and we appreciate him. We're back quiet. He's writing down what we take over here to set. We just want to write down what we... He gave me a list over. He said he wants to put it at. Alright. I don't know what state you went with last. I don't know. I mean, I was kind of stretching my legs, but... I don't know last time I ever did Georgia. I don't want to use it, but... I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Next one, go here. 121, Winder, Georgia. L357 Carolina Cruiser, 357. Carolina Cruiser checking in on Saturday night roll call. Next one on roll call, go ahead. Maybe we can get both states together now. A lot of big ones got out of the way. Let's go. There's a 101 and a Winder, Georgia, now, Ghost. Ryder. Sounded good, Ryder. Yeah, I know it's 101 and a Winder, Georgia, with hollering at you. Hornman, Simpsonville, 101. 101's in Georgia, I believe. Hornman and 101. Next one on roll call, go here. Hey, Ghost, that was 121, I believe, out of Winder. 10 phone to 121 out of Winder. Checking in. Next one on roll call, go here. Who's that in South Carolina? Bring it back. Joker's loud. Joker. We still listen. Y'all keep trying. Y'all coming in there together. We listen. Nice out of Pickens County, South Carolina. Oh, nice. Sounding good. Nice. Next one on roll call, go ahead. Clear, South Carolina. 805. Don't hear me come back right away. We listen. Y'all jam together. So I just have to keep trying. Next one on Saturday night roll call, go ahead. Keep up the good work, motorboat. Next roll call, go ahead, please.
That was Tacoma, Georgia, there goes. Tacoma, Georgia, motorboat was 2-4.
Well, it's 10-4, Tacoma, Georgia, whatever. We got it anyway. Tacoma, Georgia, motorboat. Okay. Rolling in Tacoma, Georgia. We got it right that time. Motorboat and Tacoma. Alright, next one on roll call, go ahead, please. Getting kind of quiet. There's something I don't hear you on 10-5. It's kind of getting quiet later on in the night. There's some further off stations might make it on in and out of quieting down. And you further off stations, it ain't moving. You hear my radio now, and by the time it's kind of quiet, be your turn to burn. I think we got most of the closer ones and louder stations out of the way. Next one, go ahead, please.
D-Rail out of Northeast Georgia. D-Rail out of Commerce, Georgia, going to the Mobile.
Oh, D-Rail. D-Rail in the Mobile around Commerce, Georgia. D-Rail. Sounded good in that Mobile, D-Rail. Appreciate you checking on Saturday Night Roll Call. That Mobile smoking. D-Rail. Next one on roll call, go ahead, please.
Thank you, thank you.
Alright, well, call a few more times. We ain't hearing what's going on. We'll get on to the next thing. I don't know if Mr. Curtis here must know he's cooling off for a minute, but if we ain't more, want some late roll call, we're getting down near the end now. It's time to make it. Let's go.
You might see if you can pick up any prayer requests there or any more people wanting to join roll call too there, Roger.
10-4, it's kind of busy the early part. Yeah, that's a good idea. Since we got a little downtime before we start the race. Anybody that may not have made prayer request earlier was well, Skip was in there. If he hadn't made prayer request, we'll switch it for a little bit and we'll go back to something else. There may be somebody else needing a little prayer tonight. If anybody has a prayer request that didn't make it earlier at this time, go ahead, please. Joker's Wild and Family. Miss Daisy, if they want a little prayer tonight. Joker's Wild and Family. If anybody else has got a prayer request that didn't do it first, the roll call, go ahead.
Put Jim Bob and Family down, Ghost.
Jim Bob and Family. Y'all remember him when you go bend the knee tonight. Jim Bob and Family. If you had a prayer request for tonight, go ahead. Alright, we'll call one more time for prayer request. It's not what try to get yourself more contacts. It's not what wind it up to the other things here shortly. Last call for prayer request on this Saturday Night Roll Call.
Taller Man's Wife and Anderson.
Taller Man's Wife. Everybody remembers Taller Man's Wife and Anderson when you get on bend the knee tonight. So any more prayer requests? Last call. I don't hear any more prayer requests on mine. It's kind of quiet, so. Alright, last call, any state for roll call before we switch to the all knobs to the right position everybody loves to do every weekend. Alright, last call for your Saturday Night Roll Call. Roll call a couple of times, will you listen? Fair play, hold tight.
What's that, Dr. Detroit Family?
Silver Bullet, Mobile. Sounding good, Silver Bullet and the Mobile and Dr. Detroit. I believe that may have been a prayer request in Family. We had another prayer request from Dr. Detroit and Family and Silver Bullet making roll call this Saturday evening. Alright. If any more wants to make roll call, go ahead.
Detroit. Joe Gunnerman.
mule, the government mule.
You say Doughboy, Greenville, South Carolina, my friend?
Yeah, Doughboy, Greenville, South Carolina. Trying to make roll call.
Good, my friend.
Doughboy's got a hammer.
Mobile, Doughboy. A long-time friend, sounding good, Doughboy. Next one wants to make roll call, go ahead.
Detroit! Dr. Detroit!
Y'all, a couple of trying to come up. Now it's picking back up. Y'all double together. Now it's picking back up. Next one, go ahead.
Detroit! Dr. Detroit!
Certified mud duck checking in on roll call. We have a certified mud duck in tonight, y'all. He's checking in too now. Next one, go ahead.
Dr. Detroit!
You ready to go,
Detroit, we quiet.
Somebody in Detroit. Who's in Detroit?
Dr. Detroit.
Say Dr. Detroit?
Yeah.
We're quiet. What'd you say, Dr. Detroit?
Get mule and an armrest.
10-4, Dr. Detroit checking in. I knew I heard Governor Lewis checking on. Governor Lewis checking in and Dr. Detroit. Next one on Saturday night roll call. Your turn to burn. Having a good time doing this, y'all. Always have a good time. Get away and have a good time. Alright, last song. We're going to figure out what Cracker wants to do with the races like we always do every week. Last song for roll call. Alright, Mr. Chris, I don't hear nobody else. I don't see anybody else trying to make it further off, but it kind of got quiet now. I don't know how you want to do it. I know Mr. Skywalker's itching the races mobile if somebody will judge later on for us, but other than that, I don't care. We'll do whatever you want to do.
Roger that, Mr. Ghost. Well, I appreciate it, but I heard a few more stations trying to make it back to you, so we'll try to see if we can pick up a couple more there and see if there's any more prayer requests there here in just a second. If there's any more stations, let's try Alabama. Before we do that, I always try to remember to see if there's any stations around Alabama listening over there, so if there's any stations around Alabama that has not made the roll call, come on in. How about it over around Alabama? How about it around Alabama? Any stations around Alabama that has not made roll call, now's the time. Cheyenne man around Byersville, we'll get you in there. Good evening over there, Cheyenne man. God bless you, you and your family. We'll go ahead and sneak you in there, buddy. Sounding good as always over this way. Alright, any stations around Tennessee will come around y'all's way and give y'all a last call around Tennessee. Any stations around Tennessee that has not made roll call, come on in. Check. Alright, any stations around Tennessee that has not made roll call, let's go. We heard somebody asking if the roll call had a copy on it. Yeah, we got a copy on you, but we got some local talking going on there. We'll try to get you in there one more time. That station calling roll call way out there. Try it one more time. I believe it's 9-2 something there. Get up on that microphone there and tell us your handle 2 or 3 times and where you're at. Come on back one more time. Well, you're making it up here. I got a good signal, but the modulation's just a little bit low there. Anybody else copying that station that's trying to call the roll call? Roger, the White Pine out of Tennessee. Well, you made roll call, rascal. We got it back to Tennessee right now, but you made it. We heard you in there, Mr. White Pine. Hope to hear you again next Saturday night, rascal. sounding good out of the Smoky Hills of Tennessee. Any more stations around Tennessee? Let's go. I'm hearing somebody in there, but I can't make it out. Any more stations around Tennessee? Last call. I ain't getting no more out of Tennessee there. We still got some local talking, and so we're going to have to ease on around. How about it around North Carolina? Any stations around North Carolina that has not made a roll call? Mons, Madison County, North Carolina, making roll call in Georgia. Mons, Madison County, North Carolina, making the roll call. Any more stations out of Tennessee or North Carolina? Let's go. Well, I ain't getting no more on this end. Trader Rick or Hot Rod, y'all hearing any more up that way? Roger that. I appreciate you there, Mr. Hot Rod. Appreciate you too there, Trader Rick. Alright, South Carolina. If there's any stations around South Carolina, last call. Alright, I ain't getting nobody in South Carolina. Any stations around Georgia, last call. Silver Indian, Claremont, Georgia. Mr. Silver Indian, Claremont, Georgia. Oh, 211, Coleman, Georgia. Oh, 211. Good evening down there to you, boy. And good evening to you too there, Mr. Silver Indian. Sounding good as always, Rascal. Hope you have a good week, man. I hope you don't burn up down there. Alright, next and in Georgia that'd like to make roll call. Let's go. Tire Man, Lawrenceville, Georgia. Tire Man, Lawrenceville, Georgia, I believe he said. Boy, you got a great big hammer up here knocking the bark off all these Georgia pines. Next and out of Georgia, let's go. Golf Club making roll call a big way. Mr. Golf Club, boy, you got it going on that Donkey Kong there, Golf Club. Who's that station around Tacoma, Georgia trying to make roll call? We got the sidekick down in Tacoma, Georgia, waving my loud and proud. Sidekick out of down there. Boy, I tell you what, Sidekick, you got a big hammer too. Good sounding station too. You keep up the good work down there, neighbor, because you got it going on, man. Ain't no two ways about it. Alright, next and out of the piece, let's go. 745 Georgia, 745 Gainesville, Georgia. Well, down there, Mr. 745 in Gainesville, Georgia. Hey, I appreciate you. Good to hear your voice, man. Hey, I hope you're doing real good down there, you and your family. And I hope I ain't working you too hard down there, Mr. 745, my friend out of Gainesville, Georgia. Next and out of the piece, go ahead.
I got a radio check.
Any more stations out of Georgia, let's go. Put that AC man on there. Roger on the AC man out of Mount Airy, Georgia there. We'll put him down on the roll call list. Sure will there. Appreciate that. Any more stations out of Georgia? So far we got 165 stations. Any more stations that would like to check in for Saturday night? Roll call. Let's go. There he is, Mr. Housefly out of Cumming, Georgia. Boy, you always sound good, but you know that, Rascal. Good evening to you, sir. Always enjoy getting to speak to you, my friend. Always sounding most mighty fine up here on this molehill. Any more stations that like to make roll call? We hear a bunch of you calling there. Y'all just keep calling. We'll get you as quick as we can. We're about to wrap it up. Any more stations that has not made roll call out of South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, or North Carolina? Now's the time if you want to come in there and get your name called to Miss Mobile. Let everybody know where you at. Go ahead.
Missy and Steel Roots over there in Westminster.
Missy and Steel Roots. Missy and Steel Roots making roll call in a big way. Out of South Carolina. Any more stations that'd like to make roll call? Let's go. Double S, Salem, South Carolina. Boy, you got a big hammer. Good evening to you too, sir. Next to like to make roll call. Go ahead.
Butter Bean in the camper.
Butter Bean in the camper with a great big hammer. I thought I heard you in there calling ghost earlier there, Butter Bean. Well, I'll tell you what, now you got it. You got some RF coming out of that camper down there. Good evening to you, sir. Hope you're having a real good time down there, and good to hear you on there too. And I'm sure the rest of them heard you there, Butter Bean. Go ahead and holler at us one more time there, Butter Bean. Let us know where you at.
Butter Bean down here in Gainesville at Five Forks Campgrounds. Five Forks Campgrounds. Y'all sounding good down here tonight.
Roger on the Five Forks Campground there. Good evening, Mr. Butter Bean, making roll call out there camping around Gainesville, Georgia. Got a big hammer on you, my friend. Hey, you have fun down there now. Don't have too much fun, but hey, we hope you enjoy your weekend. What's left of it, rascal? Next, and I'd like to make roll call. Let's go.
345 Loganville, 3 Block Hill, 619, Coleman, Georgia.
There he is, Big Block, 619, Coleman, Georgia. Good evening to you too down there, rascal. Hope you're doing real good down there. All right, next he wants to make roll call. Let's go.
Night Riders, there's a big block of South Carolina. Tell them they can't be two of them.
There's a 0 in Monroe trying to get you.
Blockhead down there in Coleman making roll call, Cracker. His handle's Blockhead.
Oh, roger that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Mr. Blockhead, 619. You sounded good up here, rascal. I'm sorry I got tongue twisted there, but we know who you are there, and you always sound good there. I apologize there, rascal. Hope you and your family doing real good there, and come join us when you can, man. I always enjoy getting to hear your voice, too. That station always sounding good. Appreciate it down at 389. Next, and I'd like to make roll call. Let's go.
You had a listen out for Stone Cold. I think he's on a Barefoot Mobile over there. Stone Cold, try him again.
Stone Cold, Bowling, Georgia, bumping it down on a barefooted radio. Hello, Stone Cold out of Bowling, Georgia. You made the trip, rascal. Appreciate you coming in and joining us every Saturday night there. You have a good week down there, man. No doubt. Next in is like to make roll call. Let's go. Heard somebody in there break on the Ranger radio, and we heard a #1 mud duck making roll call. Next in is like to make roll call. Let's go.
That 0 in Monroe, he's trying to get you on roll call.
0, Monroe, Georgia. Appreciate that. 0, Monroe, Georgia, making roll call. Next, and go ahead. Who's that around Easley, South Carolina? Bone Shaker out of Easley, South Carolina. You got a good sounding station. Keep up the good work, Bone Shaker. Next, and I'd like to make roll call. Let's go. Distant stations trying to make it a roll call there. We're trying to get you in there best we can. What we got to do with you. Next time I'd like to make roll call. Let's go.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm hearing a few more calling in there. Y'all probably can't hear them. They're way out there. They're probably about 3 or 4 more. We'll try to get them in there if we can. They just button heads. We'll try it this way now. If you don't hear us talking, we still listening. So if you call your handle out 2 or 3 times, it makes our job a whole lot easier. There sure does. We can get it wrapped up a little bit quicker. So if you don't hear us talking now, you get on the hammer. Call your handle 2 or 3 times now. We listening.
1883 on this gatekeeper special. This Mobile. 1883. Frisco 1446 hammer.
1883 on that 1446 job, Rascal. Sounding good. Got a great big signal. Got a whole big old drawer full of that modulation. Sounding good. 1883 out of Monroe, Georgia. Next and go ahead. Well, good evening there, Empty Pockets. You sounding good as always too, Rascal. Hope you're doing real good down there, Empty Pockets. Hey, we're waving 4-1 and giving you a thumbs up with the other hand, Mr. Empty Pockets. Appreciate you joining us, Rascal. You have a good week. God bless you and yours. Next in for the roll call, go ahead. Buckwheat, Tennessee, trying to make roll call. Mr. Buckwheat out of Tennessee making roll call in Georgia. Next and go ahead. I ain't getting no more stations. If anybody out there is hearing anybody calling for roll call, go ahead and 10-5 them to us if you could. Because we fixing to wrap it up. Any stations that has not made roll call, come on in. 429, Mr. Freight Train out of Atlanta, Georgia.